Good morning again, everyone. Day 14. It's been really nice reading your comments about what you're having as a beverage while you're watching me have a beverage. So, day 14 is a Peru coffee, and that is Cajamarca or Cajamasa. I don't know. I apologise for the pronunciation. 2.5 out of 5, so a nice middling coffee today. So day 14, car 14, coffee 14. It's Peru coffee. Now, it's got a very interesting smell to it. It doesn't smell like any of the other coffees. It's a smell somewhere between old books and autumn leaves that are damp, you know? Very familiar, pleasant, musty smell. And that's almost fruity in flavour. I'm sure there's kind of an apple-y sort of hint to it. Now, I'm starting to sound like a wine buff now. I shouldn't. It's very nice coffee though. And this is a very nice slot car. It's a Revoslot, second Revoslot, and we're on day 14. Just saying, although there will be more. It's the BMW 2002 Ti. A great car in its own right, designed by Michelotti. Michelotti designed pretty much everything for Triumph Motor Company, the Dolomite Sprint and the GT6 and so on. The BMW 2002. And a whole load of Ferraris and a whole load of Maseratis, and he's worth looking up, Michelotti. So this particular car, I love it because it's a Revoslot. I love it because it's green. It's my third Revoslot, and it was the first one that just came out of the box. Everything was still attached to it. The other two had lost some bits in kind of transit. So this one, it came out of the box, everything was still attached to it. I put it on the track. It ran nicely, the gear mesh was good straight off, and it very quickly became the fastest car on my track at the time, although subsequently other cars have gone faster. And it became my favourite car, and I think it probably still is my favourite car. I've developed a habit of collecting cars that have got German beer sponsorship on them, and there we are, there's a beer sponsor. I like green cars anyway, as you know if you've watched some of my videos. All my cars are green. And quite a lot of my slot cars. And I like Revoslots. This one, I mean, it even handles like a proper BMW 2002. It really likes being on the absolute edge of grip round corners. It doesn't like oversteering. It doesn't like having the back end out. It gets unsettled quite easily, but right on the edge of where you could all go completely wrong, this car absolutely loves it. And you can see it will sort of sit onto two wheels and sort of skip round the corners. If you get it just right, it's an absolute joy to watch and to drive. I've changed the braid, as I always do, because it's just better. I don't really like Revoslot braid. It doesn't do so well on this track. And the Slotting Plus braid is great, really. This car hasn't sustained very much damage. It has lost both of its wing mirrors, but that's to be expected. Other than that, it's survived pretty well. I haven't crashed it too much because, as I say, it's quite a predictable car to drive. It doesn't surprise you too much. I think I'm on about probably my third set of rear tyres now. The guys at Pendle will probably be able to tell me better than I can how many I've bought recently. It's a lovely car. They've released some new series of these with different profile wheel arches, different things going on. They're not just a re-livery of the same old mould when Revoslot do another selection of these. They tend to actually make some modifications, and I think the 3 that came out, they're 3 completely different moulds even to this one. So you always get good value, and you're not just buying another paint job the next time you buy another one of these Revoslots. So great car, get hold of one. I would recommend them. It's a Revoslot, of course I'm going to recommend it. What I don't recommend though, brace yourselves, is today's Mrs. Slotar Christmas joke. It's dreadful. How do stockings insult each other? They say, stuff you. Now, not only are these jokes bad, the punchlines are recycled as well.